when no one knows how it feels between disasters. It comes and goes. The life of dreams is moving faster, and no one knows the constant fear of what comes after. We'll never know. It's weighing me down. Got my feet on the ground. Let's hide away from the lights and run away from the night. Let's run away. We're falling hard to find the answer. With this life we live, be all that matters. The life of dreams is moving faster, and no one knows the constant fear of what comes after. And we'll never know. It's weighing me down. Got my feet on the ground. Let's hide away from the lights and run away from the night. Let's run away.
Beyond infinity and back again. On to them. Young dog and a talking.
You know once in the shine.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. We got another one in this evening. Boys, how y'all doing? Welcome back. I got a lot of work I gotta do tonight, dude. I actually had a lot of work I had to do yesterday too. I was up until late. I got the schedule where I wake up super early, so I just try to get as many things as I can done throughout the, like, as soon as I wake up, so I can just have like proper chill afterwards. And if I don't, yeah, it hurts, man. One more 15 till resilient. Yo, get it, Briar. Get it, my man. I got a group that wants to do some 15s and push 16s tonight with a big gear bump. I think it's very, very doable. Like 14s are like the new 12s, it feels like, to some degree. So yeah, I told him that I want to do it, but I got stuff I gotta do at the same time, dude. It is the worst, man. It is the worst. I find myself a little bit like hung up on like what I want to work on and stuff. So I just kind of I felt like yesterday was yesterday I felt like I did a lot of work, but I feel like I got no progress done. You ever just feel like you go grinding at something and you feel like you're not really getting anywhere? That's how yesterday felt. Except I did finally get somewhere, but it just felt like, man, that took a long time. Yeah, why am I giving you guys my life story? Let me get the duels up and running here in a second. And check in how the groups are doing as well. Yo, I did not get in the beta for Mop. I was actually kind of sad about that. I wanted to test out Symbiosis. I think it would have been really, really fun. Fucking all mine. Yeah, if you can, I think it's actually pretty good. Like, is it Demon Hunter too, or are you playing Boomkin? actually, depending what class you played. But pugging him, yeah, I could see it. Dude, with corruption on top of it in just like a handful of days, we're about to have like the strongest characters in a while, man, in a hot minute. It's gonna be crazy. As Havoc, yo, you're a madman. If you get into 15s of pugging it as Havoc, that's pretty good, actually. That's actually very, very good. How we doing on groups, boys? How we doing on them groups? And do you need my help getting some bodies together? Let me know. Let me know. Leo, I got you, my guy. I got you. Hold on, we need like 2 more. Alrighty, if y'all want to join 5v5 Duels, boys, we got him up and running. Where's Grain, dude? Where's Grain? Let's go. You ready? Nice. Hello, Mr. Dalaran. Need help. I got you. That's why I'm here, man. That's why I'm summoned in. To gather the boys all together. All that good stuff. Let me see if I can do one of these. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Groups are going to be listed under Molten Core if y'all want to join in, by the way. Down, carry us. Let me see who else I invite, man. Blaggy, is he in already? Blaggy, I think, is already in, I imagine, right? Cobre, yo, Duels. I'm gonna ask him. I might need to switch over to a Russian keyboard to talk to that man. Felly is on? Oh, dude. Yo, Felly. Me and Felly are gonna be playing together at some point. So that should be fun. Probably doing arenas, actually, dude. We're setting up to get some elite pieces and all that. Cobre, Blaggy. Okay, so you got them all. All right. What else do I pick up, man? Does Leo want to join in? Hey, Liam. Hey, Leon. We got 5v5 duels today. Want in? Because Leon asked me a couple of times last week about the duels. I never got him in. We got ourselves also, who else? Oscar on the Dwarf Shaman. Is that somebody I know? What? Delisted for inactivity? What do you mean? Hold on a second. What is happening? How long has this group been up? Actually, if it's been up for a while, then I actually could see it. Rest in hell. He's already doing stuff. Hey, Rick, more duel. Want to join for more duels? If like Sabo? Okay. Hold on. Sabo. Where is Sabo? How do I get Sabo? I don't think I have Sabo added. Hold on a second. Hold on a moment. Where is he? Let's see. Do I have him added? Okay. Sounds good. So I can get Sabo in. And we'll need a +1. Tihi, I think he's already doing stuff. Do you have Guerreros? Yeah, Guerreros. You got them in. I got them. Okay. Oh, I get it. I didn't see that. Shadow, slit your throat. What a name, dude. What a name. Slit your throat. Hey, Shadow. Wanna join 5v5 Duels, friend? Sabo, здорово. Кемпачи, секунду. Тебя сейчас, давай. Добавлю. У тебя друзья есть сейчас или на бинете, которые можешь приглашать или нет? Я тебя добавил, Кемпачи. Давай тебе имя дам. I need to give him a note. Тебе ноту дам. Sabo, the enhanced shaman. 5v1 Duels. Beautiful. Kevin Landers on? Yo, my man, Kevin. Alright, I got you in. We need one more. Uno más. We need one more, boys. One more, boys. Grain. Where is Grain? I know that I have Grain added. I have Grain. But I don't remember what's his BNet at all. That is my biggest problem, is I do not remember his BNet at all. No, they sorry, mate. It sounds good. Leon did ask about it last week, but now he's like, yeah, I'm chilling. Does Hawaiian join these? Gabber, does he join these? I don't know. Have him at it. I just don't know if they actually, like, Hellmouth Cliffs. Where is that even? Okay, Alchemist. I know where that is. Hellmouth Cliffs, I have no idea where that's at, though. So you got Blackie, you got Rick, you got Guerreros. Who else do I invite, though? Hold on, does Amori want to join in? Hey, Amori, want to join 5v5 Duels? But he's in a couple of bodies and be good. Of course? Wait, is that of course or hold on? Shadow, he said OFC. I don't know what that means. If that means of course, then I got him. Otherwise, I have no idea what OFC means. I have no clue. I actually have no idea. Yeah, okay. I got him. We got the slit your throat guy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got it, boys. We're good. We're good, baby. We're good, baby. Okay, friend. I'm already said no. We got groups though. We got groups. We're gonna just run these as much as possible. I don't know how much like variety we'll be able to get with like rotations. I'm sure if we get like more bodies on, we'll be good. Invite spectator match. Plush and Johnny Boy 5 in the grand one. Beautiful. Beautiful. Here we are. Wonderful. Wunderbar. Dude, I've been hanging around with a little bit more Germans. And I feel like my whole feed on Twitter, especially, or X, whatever you want to call it, is half of it feels like it's in German. I feel like at this point, like I talk to so many Germans, I should just learn Dutch. You know what I mean? All right, Bossies, how you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Hey, how you doing? What's up, gamers? What's up, Physic? How you doing, my man? Doing good. But yeah, it's just a lot of German in my feed. I'm just like, bro, I'm hanging around on the stream that's speaking German. I'm just like, I have no idea what's... So I understand now, boys. I understand how y'all feel when I'm speaking just busting out Russian out of nowhere. I understand how you feel now when I'm just randomly just sort of cracking up all in Russian with Kobri and Asaba and all the Arhi and Kragar and all them, dude. I see how y'all feel, and I'm telling you, that shit sucks, dude. You're just lost, you're like confused, you have no idea what's being said. You have no idea, you just assume that it's probably good, maybe, I don't know. Twitch. Yo, is Rick just doing him dirty? Oh, immediately out of the gates, hitting him with all those pets. Leo's just hiding. Look at that. We got a Gloomhound, we got a Charhound, we got a Vile Fiend. When is the last time you've seen a Vile Fiend in these, man? And Rick immediately getting yoinked in, kind of far from his port. Immediate gate, second grip. I don't want to support them. If only Leo could have just gripped them like as soon as he placed the gate. Or midway through the gate or something. I don't really know, but Leo is now under a ton of pressure, dropping down AMZ, but leaving it immediately, trying to see if he can land a kick over onto Rick. Does go for the silence, knocked back for a second, but that's just way too many pets, way too much damage. That's just overwhelming. Goes in for a lynchboard, death striking for his life just to keep himself barely afloat. All those demons surround him. Axos breaks out of it pretty quickly. Rick still looking incredibly healthy, but Leo tried to see if he could just back up out of the quick Wraith Walk Death Pack. He's still gonna take quite a decent bit of damage. Slows on the pets just to like delay that melee damage will be helpful. At least get hit by one pet, not the worst. Too many pets and it's just a little bit too much sustained damage. But it looks like he's got at least a little bit of recovery. Can get some resources, can get some procs. Eventually those pets are gonna die. Maybe he can get a proc for like a Death Strike or something. And we're like, what's up, Jamal? How you doing, my man? You ever want to join us, by the way, for duels? Have you joined us before? You're more than welcome to. More than welcome to. Leo, I mean, look at his health. It's not recovering. It just isn't. He can, okay, so he can expect a couple of things. An Axe Toss could stop him. AMS would be really detrimental with the Mortal Coil. Doesn't even matter, though. I think it's just having the pets attacking him. Quick blind on the pets just to peel him off. He might be able to have himself one last hurrah versus Rick. That's about all he can do. Shadow Fury, try to see if he can dodge it. Mortal Coil, it's over. I think it's over. I think it's lights. I don't know how you live this. AMS, last ditch effort. Silence on Rick. That's a lot of demons surrounding him. Full burst, sounds everything. Just trying to see if he can end this. No on big go. Let's go for the grip. Rick pokes out just to end this, but it's just not enough damage. Leo, one more grip. Rick is just so much damage. All those demons. Shiny joining in. Gonna be up next. Trying to see if he can have himself a bit of a go. As Rick, I think he got hit by a stun, but I'm pretty sure he was DR'd from stuns at that point, right? Trinket out for Shiny. Rick just trying to see if he gets some damage. There goes the stun. The DRs fall off. It's actually pretty good for him. Call. Dreadstalker's got himself a lot of pets. Wall is active. Everything available. Tyrant in play too. Oh, this could be bad for Shiny. Trying to see if he can end Rick with a couple of bites. Needs to catch up to the guy. Immediately, Ursul's keep him in place, but a Mortal Coil does move the Feral out of the way. I was about to say does move the pet. Does move the pet. I mean, when you think about it, a Feral Druid is essentially a Beastmaster's pet. It just kind of on its own. It's just, it's almost like what is that, Eyes of the Beast ability. It's just like, you take the ability of Eyes of the Beast and the Beastmaster Hunter, was like, wait, what if we made that into a class? Not like where you, like, you know, just take over a pet, but like, you are the pet. We're like, Feral Druid, there we go. Look at Rig, dude. Look at the very, very healthy back here. Shiny, trying to catch up a little bit, but these pets are not giving him much of a breather room whatsoever. Incarn down. That's a wall. Barstein is available. He has Heart of the Wild, so he actually has a lot of things to work with. And if you actually put some serious pressure, serious blades on the main pet, it will eventually cause a Rig to have to resummon a fresh new one. Might even have to play that one talent that caused him to quickly summon a pet. I have Kalork to pull it back. He's gonna have health funnel it. I was gonna transfer some of his health into the pet instead. Rick, Demo Overlord. He is so strong, man. Rick is so strong. Can't do it. Those battle mortals. Yeah, exactly. It's just it's the gates and the ports. Like when he can get an escape away from your full burst, right? Your burst is very limited by the other target's mobility. If they can just escape the burst, it really becomes very, very difficult for you to come back. Like, it's almost like you need a burst and then a reset. But also the pets that he starts in the opener is brutal. It is very, very hard. Because look, Shiny is surrounded behind the pillar. Rick is not really into his face, but Shiny is just melting behind the pillar just from the pets alone. Going for the big tyrant, empowering all his pets. Couple of Doom bolts, got himself a Doom Lord. It's just a lot of damage, and it's like not a lot of damage you can stop. Any other class that you can just reset against as a Death Knight, you'll probably be fine, but the pets don't let you reset at all. And Envy, I like your pet, by the way. Oh, not pet. Your mount. That thing looks so good. As somebody who owns one of the more, I guess you could say, actually, I guess it is rare proto dragons from Wrath. Seeing somebody else with theirs, it's kind of cool. I just think it's really neat. The Plague one in particular looks very, very dope. You guys said, what is a trading cards thing, or was like a quest or something that no longer is in the game, like super, super rare as well? Actually, what's more rare, the Plague Proto or Time Lost Proto? Which one is more rare, technically? I know there's a website you can actually check to see who has what in terms of rarity for mounts. Full Tyrant, full Pets are in, and Envy. So far, just can't reach Rick. He's trying. He's actually trying, but constantly slowed down by the curse of exhaustion. Every time he tries to connect, there's a gate, there's a port, there's a leap, there's axe toss from the pets. Does go for a defensive, needs to go for a heal. Leap it over to Rick. Baby can finally somehow lock him down. Does not get knocked back. Bloodthirst is doing a bit of healing through that Blade Storm. Technical does a lot of damage, does spear him down. This is where you need to send the most amount of damage possible. Spell Reflect and just send everything you got. This is your last chance, I think. Just try to go for a go, but not much can be done. And the Iron Reaver Sabo is back, baby. Full burst is active. Got him some Bloodlust. Playing out the primordial, the primal storm element enhancement shaman build. Big heal out of Rick immediately. Ripping the soul out of Sabo's body just to dampen some of this healing. Does drop down big defenses, knockback. Actually, we get to see the animation for the thunderstorm this time around. I feel like normally we never get to see it. As Sabo tried to see if he could reposition Rick, tried to just bail out of there completely. Sabo playing the totemic, he just wants to get on top of a Rick and just get some damage going. All these pets are surrounding him, but they're not really doing the most amount of damage though. They're actually doing kind of okay. Okay for the most part. Mortal Coil with a trinket to trade, and Rick is actually feeling the pressure. So far, Sabo has not really got to do too much melee damage on him, but the little bit of lightning bolts and LD blasts around the corners and a primal storm has gotten quite a decent bit of value in. Gonna be a pet's getting summoned up into a totem, and then he's gonna redirect those pets towards Sabo. That's actually not bad, but Sabo actually might have Rick on the ropes right now. Hold on a moment. All the pets are getting slowed. He's got a stun for the pets. Trying to see if he can position it towards Rick. Rick has a choice. Either walk into the stun totem or just walk into the death itself. Sabo did not give him an option, and that was beautiful. That was so well done. Someone had to shut down that warlock, because look at the dude. He was going through the team. The warrior, the death knight, the feral druid, and Sabo locking him down. Plus, though, as a sub-rogue, it's going to offer him a little bit of a tough time, because it is a lot of bursts for you to deal with. Does drop a stun totem. Second stun to follow up most likely. No, yeah, it is. Yeah, the Sabo fight himself super low, though. I don't know how you recover at this point, though. 36% dampening, knocking him up, but eventually slams down on his noggin. With Sled going to be up next. Try to see if you can take down Plush. Try to go for a spear. However, I noticed there's a delay with your spears, boys. That's just like a warrior thing, right? When you spear him, it doesn't feel like it instantly hits. There's like a delay, so if they're running quickly, they'll just run out of it. I feel like they gotta maybe increase the speed of that spear just to be a little bit faster. You know what I mean? Just a hair faster. Because I feel like right now I've noticed way too many warriors try to spear somebody down and it just does not connect. Because there's like short travel time. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I don't like that travel time. The problem is they have that travel time consistent. So if you throw in spear far, it travels the same distance as if you were throwing it close. There's always going to be a delay, no matter how far you throw it. I feel like there should be less if you're throwing it closer. As you would, right? If you were IRL throwing a spear closer to you, it hits the ground way quicker than if you chuck it far. Right? I don't know, man. I just feel like there's a lot of lost, juicy burst opportunity that Warriors end up inadvertently missing out on. And I want to see more of that Fury burst because it's wild. Boom goes the Warlock. Exactly. Warrior needs an actual magic community. There's a lot of discussion as to what Warriors need, man. People right now are debating that Warriors should probably bring Bloodlust, and for Slade, Bloodlust would be amazing right now. It's taking a lot of damage, trying to see if he can shut down Blush very quickly, slamming him, disarm for disarm, but Blush still has access to his weapons to some degree. Blades are rolling onto Slade. He just needs something, but an Eviscerate goes through for Plush, taking him out. Rick picking up 3 with Blush finishing the job. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a lot of discussion as to what Warriors probably could use as a utility. A lot of players, for PvE at least, are talking about giving them a Bloodlust. I would like to see some kind of a shake-up for Season 3 in PvP, though. You know what I mean? Give classes some new utility than I ever had before, but like everybody gets something new, right? Something that makes sense at least. I think stuff like that would be really cool to see. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Let me know, Johnny and Plush, when you boys are both ready, and we'll get it up and running. Right now, I'm happy with both Arms and Fury are DPS-wise, survivability-wise. Yeah. I feel like, especially with the item level that everybody gained recently, I mean, everybody's sitting much harder than before, right? Way harder. Johnny, are we good? We are ready. And Plus, we are ready. Beautiful. Send you guys into all the good arenas. Although I will push a 12 on early. I think I do want to mix and match some of the arenas a little bit. Stop at a lock warrior next game so teams are more different. Sure, I'm fine with me. Whatever you want to do, Plush. Whatever you want to do, my guy. That is perfectly fine by me. Are you happy with the Warriors scripting for 5 million executes? I mean, yesterday we saw Warrior hitting for really hard the other day. That being said, I need to see the clip you were talking about specifically, because I seen a clip of Snoopy just walking up. He got a proc of execute, got a guy low into a second execute, just both crits, chopping him up. But it's like, that is an execute. Like, that usually hits really hard. But that's also, it's just like a touch of death hits really hard. You know what I mean? I did a 5.7 on a priest. Jesus. Just cutting him in half. Arms Warrior hit very hard. I mean, the alternative to that is having executes hit for like nothing. I don't think that would be satisfying for the Warrior. And definitely make him less threatening. What's up, Jake? Most of seeing from an Executor's arms with 3.7. Gotta pump those numbers up. Those are apparently our rookie numbers. 5.7 million apparently is the goal to hit. Which got ourselves Blaggy over for the team 1 ready to go. We got ourselves Cold Brew, not Cold Brew. It's a Cold Brew. Wait a second. It's a Void Elf. We got a Void Elf character. I just realized it. I didn't even notice last time. We got Sabo over here. Oh, Goeris rather. No, mind. We got Plush over here as well. Wait, is it Cobra that's fighting, or is it Plush waddling around? I actually can tell Cobra is gonna go for a port. Envy, try to see if he can spear him. Spear does connect, but the Warlock Gateway does break the spear. There's only a handful of abilities that can break that spear, and Warlock Gateway is one of them. Envy finally got a melee range, but an immediate port out of Cobra. Oh no! I like it on Cobra though. I like the U in there. Also, why is Plush getting battled? Plush is gonna die. Hold on, what is happening? We have like 2 separate duels over there. Plush is actually gonna die. Hold on, Plush is actually gonna die. If Plush dies, can go where's going resin or something. That's gonna be. And we're trying to see if we keep the pressure going on to Cobra. Let's go for a quick wall here. It's gonna be an Execute. I love the animation of Executes, by the way. If anything, Shadowlands brought us, which was a lot of pain and the maw, which were both not good things, but they brought us some fantastic animations, like the condemned bloody Execute. Oh, it is beautiful. Chaos Bolt out of Cold Brew. With Evan trying to go for a little bit of survivability. Does get some Bladestorm. Look at that healing though. The Bloodthirst heal actually is good when you're Bladestorming. Hold on a second. Getting freebies like that is huge. Got him some bit of damage. Hopefully Succubus doesn't stop a lot of it. Does go for a port. He is surviving. He is thriving. First aid for Cobra. You got to get over there and interrupt it as soon as possible. I think he was trying to figure out like, what do we position with the Succubus? Because he knew Succubus was going to connect anyway. Stun, Shadow Fury, with the Chaos Mother joining in around the corner. I mean, there's just, what do you do as a warrior? You have to find a way to get second wind or just start attacking the succubus. Literally first stage. I cracked chicken first and as soon as you stop the succubus in place for a second. Man. Charging in over at Cobra for a second. Succubus does connect. Immolate right after. Balls to follow. Does get the spear. Do you live it though? Mortal coil. I think it's over. How do you survive that? Oh my goodness. Was slit. Gonna be up next. Try to see if you can lock him down. The Fury Warrior couldn't quite do it. We'll see if the Arms Warrior can. Play the Magar too. Hold on a second. I like Magar Oryx. Because you can now control what secondary stats you get when the racial, that could be real good. You could get a load of Versa or what do you stack? Mastery as a warrior in PvP? Haste? I think Mastery just for raw damage, right? One execute, second one to follow. Wow, beautiful, beautiful looking executes, man. Gotta love it. Gonna be Goresh up next. Man, dude, that is tough. You know what? To be fair, you can say that Envy probably softened him up a little. You know what I mean? You can probably say that Envy softened him up a little bit. Versus Haste. Is it actually versus Haste? I guess both of them are good, right? Because Haste is going to give you better globals and more autos, so you give you rage, but Versa just gives you raw damage. Either way, that's pretty good anyway. That is really good. I do like how they changed that racial to be a lot better. It's actually so good. For some, it's BIS. It's actually BIS. It's like a trinket's worth of stats. It's strong. Like, surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. And trust me, I know non-strong racials. Night Elf on Rogue, strong. Nightborn wasn't strong at all, but looked great. Charged by the warrior, but a root right after. Goer's playing more of this range E build as enhancement. I love the fact that you can play so much more hybrid as enhance. Does go for the trinket, second totem right after him. Does go for a reflect. That is going to be lightning bolt reflect the back of him. As long as he doesn't reflect the tempest, he'll be fine. Goer's trying to go for a little bit of this range play. Lead by the warrior, having to use his mobility as best as possible to keep up with Goer's. Does get himself a bit of movement speed as well, trying to catch up, and that's going to be Goer's dropping down. Big tempest with a bulwark as well. Should be able to protect him. Slit, not in a great spot. Disarm. Does help out a little. Trying to turn this around. Hold on a second. He's making a bit of the play. This Goer's still super low. Both of them back. No health whatsoever. Could be anyone's game, but Goer's does go for a last little strike. Last little lash at the end. It was so close between the two. I am surprised that Totem did not root shiny on his approach. But it's going to be full bleeds unless Goer's got a lot of healing. Yeah, he's just going for damage. One heal. Hold on. He has that one talent where he got to spend Maelstrom to use a free heal of Maelstrom. So that's a little rough. Sunder for a second. Tempest, big heal, no, but a stun lock, no, heal on a bite, but it's over. Yeah, with those bites, it is just done. Balagi immediately hits him with an intimidation, setting the pad of the guy. Is going to be coordinated assault, trinket to follow, as he got the Fury of the Eagle, as well as the poison on shiny. Does not connect with a binding shot, but he can still kite him into it. Kites him into it, it's over. There's no way it's not over, right? One good hit, that's all he needs. There we go. Balagi did take a lot of damage, though. The vines of thorns are still rolling on him. He's not going to be able to catch an easy reset. Was able to remove bleeds. But it looks like the thorns, or at least the proc effect from the thorns, is not quite a bleed itself. Master doesn't scale well for arms. Oh, really? Okay. Noted. I was just thinking like, oh, it's a stat that increases your damage with Colossus. That'll probably be good. At least that was my assumption. You know what I mean? That was just my assumption. But that's unfortunate. Although, it's not really a bad mastery though, is it? This doesn't scale well, but it's not like a bad one, right? I'm guessing. At least I don't have like a haste cap. All right. I'm just thinking of like my Outlaw Rogue. Like our mastery is garbage. We don't want any of it. We also have haste caps. We don't want too much haste. So it's like, I wish my class at least had like a good stat. It's not bad. I just want to prior. Got it. Yeah. Speaking of that though, Blizzard, if you do any changes in the future, a bunch of new PvP talents for classes and utility. Definitely want to see this in 3. But also, give me a good master for Outlaw, man. They did it for survival. Right, it actually increases their damage done with their pet. It gives them some passive healing, all that. Well, that is unfortunate. I don't think he meant to freeze the Earthy Elemental, but it's going to give Sabo an opportunity just to taser. Just tase it. Oh, I think you could have just let the taser run through the entire time, but he goes in with a quick clobber right after him. With the Rickmeister gonna be up next. Only 2 left over for the team 1 and 2. Last time Sabo was able to topple Rick, and look at him just charging in. He doesn't care for the pets, just goes in for a root, trying to see if he can lock him down. Stun totem, does stun the pets, but it doesn't hit Rick. Mortal coil, but he lined it perfectly. Rick is in a decent spot to actually get some damage in. As long as Sabo could deal with the pets and slow him down, maybe. Looks like he's actually focusing some of those pets even a little. Maybe, if anything, you focus the Felguard, but he's mostly just trying to see if he can get over to Rick as soon as possible, who's got him supports, everything available. Look at him using the Drakthir glide to get around a little quicker around the pillars. It actually is so hard to catch him. Does have the totems that you're just going to start getting some damage off of. and get some resources off of. Sabo so far has been able to avoid the pets for the most part, but he needs some healing. Definitely needs some healing. I don't know if he's got that one Maelstrom talent where you gotta spend Maelstrom to heal yourself with Maelstrom, like the value Maelstrom talent. Storm something, I think. I have no idea. I have no clue what's it actually called. I know the icon. It's like a blue swirly thing. It's just like a blue swirl icon. I know what the icon looks like. I don't know about the ability name, the actual PvP talent. Sabo trinkets, trying to go for a sun totem. Can you move the totem though? Trying to go for a hex, moving while with a hex. Hold on a second. Trying to go for a movement hex. I don't blame you. Holy, doesn't get himself hit with an axe toss. Interrupt him to Rick. Still got handle Guldans, trying to go for a quick fear cast. Sabo's taking a bit of damage, but that's going to be a tremor totem, get him out of those fears. Or at least that totem got him out of fear. Double Doom Lord? Sabo, you better be careful, dude. That's a firing squad right there. Shadow Bolts McGee's over here. Holy, just firing away. Every single time they hit, that hits hard. That hurts so much. Although, look at Rick's health. Normally, Rick is able to stay away from people and barely take any damage to his health bar. But Sabo is able to break past his defenses. Even though through this army of Legion, dude, the armies of demons keep pouring back to back, wave after wave, he's still fine. First aid for Rick. I don't know if Sabo can interrupt it. It doesn't look like he can. He didn't get a lot of healing though. 42% dampening, he didn't get nearly as much healing as he wanted to. Boards are available. Sabo needs to find a way just to pin down Rick, but he continues to summon more pets, summon more demons, getting a bit of damage. Mortal Coil gives him an opportunity to do some damage to Sabo. Fear right after. Hand to Gul'dan. Axe toss again. Leaping in, trying to make some damage happen. He got a lot of damage on the way, knocking the pets back. Can he go for heals? He got himself a little bit of shielding. Bulwark Totem. Barely doing anything at this point, it looks like. Holy. Oh, man. And Rick looks like he's caught up almost fully. That is a shield protecting himself, so he still takes a bit of health damage. For Sabo, though, he's starting to recover. He's starting to play around that one talent to spend some Maelstrom to heal himself with. But I don't know if it'll be enough. Does burrow underground. I think it might be over for him. Unless he can separate from pets. Nah. That is so rough. I think maybe this arena giving him more space to work with. That big leap, the gateway to reposition to another pillar. I mean, it just you run out of options. And it's going to be Leo switching over to Unholy this time around instead of Frost. AMS up really early versus Rick. Does go for the stun, gripping him back. If you can keep him away from the gate, actually reposition the gate. I thought he still had a gate all the way over to the what statues of these? Anubis and Ra. The statue of Ra, more or less, I guess. Right? What's the other statue? Oh, is that one? Okay. That apparently I saw a short talking about this guy specifically. Apparently there's not much in lore about that one, the ox looking statue. Somebody wondering, like, are they gonna, is that like a hidden thing that they're gonna reveal at some point in the future? I doubt it. I doubt it. But it was just a random short that I saw talking about that there's lore behind all of these, like statue titan constructs or whatever. Barely. I had no idea. It's like one of those, like, 3 in the morning, you can't go to sleep, so you're just scrolling and you're just like, huh, interesting. That's all. I thought while we in this arena, I'm honest, like, you guys. I'll shut up. Full burst out. Leo trying to see if he can fight through. That's a lot of demons on him. That is a lot of demons. Holy, they're still just waiting around the corner. You gotta slow down quite a decent bit. Gripping him away. Hold on a second. Maybe this is a big break for Leo. Does he have AMS? That is a lot of health you can still gain with a death pack. He's still got himself a death pack in the back pocket. Just needs a little more damage. Lock down Rick. Anything you can do. Any kicks you can get. Access for a second. And he, oh, that's just a lot of damage. Rick, how do you stop this man? He's jumping around, gliding around like a beautiful butterfly while these demons are just continuing to pour out every corner. Oh, it's just so much, man. That map is good for castles too, to be fair. All right, let's get another one going. Plush and Johnny, let me know when you're both are ready. Plush did say he's gonna swap some people around, so let me know when you're good to go. And if you need more bodies, also let me know as well, because then I'll join you and I'll help as best as I can. Ready? All right, so we're waiting for Plush at this point, and then we'll be good to go. Thorns deals a little bit of damage while slowing him for 4 seconds, like the actual, like, Druid Thorns. Nice. Not bad. Yeah, pretty sure it's not bleed damage though, it's nature damage, right? Or maybe it is bleed damage, but it's like a magical effect. Shuffling teams, okay. Let me know when you're ready. What did Shadow say? I come with my feral. Okay. Need help. Johnny, the warrior that you had in the group is gonna go feral. So maybe save a spot for the guy if you can. Yeah, nature damage only comes with a cat's bar skin. Oh, I was thinking the vines. Okay, I said thorns, but I really meant vines. I meant like the vines from, I don't know if this guy is a Wildstalker. I meant like the vines with thriving growth of Wildstalker. That's what I meant, like the Bloodseeker vines. Oh, they are bleed damage. I was wondering, like, it's a bleed damage, so it's a physical hit, but I wonder, like, if it counts as a bleed, like a feral rip or a rake, because, like, if you bop them, you remove the bleeds, right? Or if you do manic bandage, it removes bleeds. But I don't know if thriving growth is technically a bleed. It does bleed damage, but it might be like a magical. It depends how it's coded, basically. It all depends how it's coded. Because it's a physical debuff, but it might be. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. Because I didn't really know. Because you got like Bloodseeker vines and symbiotic blooms, and it's like I just think of them as like thorns. It just that's where my brain goes. But yeah, there are vines though. There are vines. That would be correct. Yes, please. Okay, Johnny. Invite so I can get that warrior feral back in. If you can. Hold on. Shadow says something. I'm on mage. Okay, he's on mage now. Not on feral. He's on a mage now. Never mind. Or do you guys have groups listed right now? Do you have groups listed? Or are you just shuffling the people in the same teams? Because that guy, that warrior that was on your team, he wants to join back in. He's just on a different character, Johnny. So, I don't really know. We're full. Plush, do you have a spot for a guy? Ready. Looks like the shuffled people. Oh yeah, we do have everybody. Looks like they shuffled some people. What kind of mount is that? Volcanic Stone Drake? Did I get the Volcanic Stone Drake? Volcanic Stone Drake. Oh, there's a Cataclysm Hero one. Okay, there's another mount that I've been kind of farming at. Alrighty, so I guess we'll just have to go with what we got. Okay, I can. I'll let him know, like, I'll just get him in once the spot is open. I'm not gonna, you guys gotta set up groups and all that good stuff. Yeah, you guys are so quick to put the groups together, like real quick. Okay. Cool. Plush says he will have a spot for you next game. Here we go. I'll let him know. Haven't shuffled mine on the DO. Okay, okay. I didn't realize. Plush and Johnny Boy. I do like that you guys are really quick with the groups and stuff. It helps me out tremendously. You have no idea. I appreciate it. I really do. But sometimes it's like you do have situations where somebody's like, oh, I just want to switch over to another character, but I still want to play it. I'm like, I feel bad because it's like, oh man, now they missed a spot when they had a spot. You know what I mean? All right, Shadow says all right. So we'll get him back in next game then, yeah? Oh, you turned to roll specs in? Yeah. Honestly. What spec are you thinking of rolling out of? Hammer Righteous on red? Huh. What is Hammer Righteous again? I don't remember. Wait, isn't that the... What is Hammer Righteous? Is that the spinning hammer? Hold on. Is that the spinning hammer? Did I get it wrong? Oh. Prop pally. Oh! Wait. Yeah, the red pally one? The prop pally? That's weird. I don't remember exactly if that's good or not. Don't remember if that's good. Oh, I see it. Wait. Oh, is that basically, it's like Crusader Strike, but AoE. That is weird. That is actually weird. Does it replace Crusader Strike? I don't remember if that's what it does or not. Alrighty, switch. Got ourselves a Blaggy over for the team. One, got himself a Flare. traps down, all that. Envy over for the other team as well. I like the set he's got going on. Hold on a second, the weapons now. Hold on a second. I don't even know if I should farm any of the raids in Legion or if I should just wait for Legion Remix anymore, dude. I don't know. Oh, wait a second. Does not quite connect with the spear. As Blackie so far has been able to avoid a lot of damage for Envy. So far, barely even touched the warrior, but has been able to avoid a lot of his damage completely and still do damage from a distance in survival. Full slow with a poison coursing through Envy. Does go for a big defensive. Blazer to catch up a little bit of healing. At least gonna tag the pet at the very bare minimum, so he's got at least some sort of catch up. Plenty of damage ready. He just needs to find a way to connect it all onto the against the face of Blackie. The Hunter, what was that damage out of Blackie? I feel like Blackie so far barely did anything, just mostly ran circles around the warrior while the guy sold. Now I'm lagging. That is unfortunate. It looked like Blackie just barely touched you. He just ran circles and just ended you completely. Does avoid the freezing trap. Oh, the freezing trap. The snowdrift stud by Mies. Does see the mage going for. What is this damage? Hold on, Blackie, what is your damage? I'm looking at Mies. Mies didn't even get a global to even cast anything. Was he locked out of Frost? Is that what happened? I feel like he didn't even get a global. Immediate frames out to clapped, and he goes in for a trinket right after, trying to see if he can turn the damage around. Blackie taking quite a few hits. We'll need to go for Manic Bandage to at least remove some of those, unless he doesn't have Manic Bandage this time around. Flare down. Oh, the bites though. He's got himself a bit of that range damage, but he needs a heal, like immediately. Needs a heal pronto, right now. I don't think he's just dead. Manic Bandage last second to catch up a little bit of healing, but the Feral with a bite. Oh! Did a lot of damage to Clap. Clap does live to his name. Clapping these boys' cheeks. Cold Brew up next. There it is, dude. There it is. You see the vines just pop up shiny? When the vines show up, they look like they're like filled with thorns. So that's what I'm like. That's what I call the thorns, but it's actually vines. No, you're right. You're right. Mordecai sending the Clap. Gazable, do you have double bolt? Does not have the double bolt. Wall out for Clap to try to see if he can dampen some of the damage. Void up, range up for Cobra with the Fear. As he does use the wall. Actually, Fear kind of walking Cobra into a wall. Now the Fear. Bolt one. No! Big damage! What was that? The Overlord just came in slamming at the end. I honestly thought like he was locked down. It's gonna be fine. Maim is good. Nope. Reflect off of Cobra for a second as Leo try to see if he can get some sort of a setup versus the Warlock. Does go for the blind. Playing the Frosty. DK does go for the silence. Cobra cannot escape this easily. That's a lot of damage taken. Try to see if he can pour it out. That was a huge bit of damage out for Leo. He did well there. He did do well there completely. As Cobra trying to see if he can escape this as quickly as possible. Oh my god. Oh man. Didn't have a mending for Frenzy. That was so sad. Oh yeah, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Yeah, that Frenzy is brutal, man. That Frenzy is brutal. What kind of damage were you doing on such survival though? Leo does end up slaying Cobra. He got himself a big burst, and at that point Cobra was a bit of on a back foot. Just on a back, just on a bit of a retreat. It was rough. The matchup for Frost DK. Demo, very tough. Destro, very doable in comparison. Well done, well done. Set up owning with Marksman Hunter today, not even geared, have 4 conquest pieces. Nerf a mem, am I right? No, don't. The mem is actually kind of fun. As long as the mem doesn't do like super crazy, like hitting you from 200 miles away, tech and like random BG, then I think MM is fine. The damage they do, however, it can be disgusting because aim shots cannot be kicked like a Chaos Bolt, but they hit like a Chaos Bolt, and sometimes harder than a Chaos Bolt if you get the right procs. It actually could do a lot of damage. Some players would claim it is a little overpowered. You know what I mean? How many riders are you getting there? Leo just summoning them up left and right. I like that Mog, by the way, you got going on. Thunderfury in one hand, Fragment of Arthas Blade in the other, artifact weapon. It looks so good. It's very blue. Very blue. And it does give you, I was going to say, it does give you an opportunity to at least reset cooldowns. But with Frost DK's cooldowns, I feel like you're actually walking in like fresh. The only thing that's really changing here is the dampening, and that's slowly racking up little by little. You try to see if you can cut across towards Drake and lock him down. Does go for the blind. He knows he's going to go for a full-on burst. Silence, immediate gateway. That is the problem. That is the issue. If Rick positions himself correctly, Leo's full burst with that Remorseless is just gone. Best he can do is attack the Succubus and maybe get it down low. He does have a second bit of burst that he can follow up with versus Rick. He can go for another big go here. Does go for the stun. That's going to be a meter trigger for Rick. Goes dragon form. Hold on a second. He means serious business now with a dragon form. And Leo does get pulled away with a mortal coil, trying to avoid the damage from the pest. Does have his soul ripped out of his body, so he's doing a lot less damage than normal. Infernals are down back to back for either one of them. And Leo got himself plenty of burst, plenty of damage. Try to see if he can get himself some kind of a setup here. As it's going to be reflect for Rick, cannot be kicked though. That's a full easy bolt for him. Does have a wall, can go for a second bolt. Does he have any more? Grip in by Leo with a port. Does have a silence. I think silence might be huge here. Definitely might need to go for a silence here. Does lock him. Does lock him. He can't stop it. But a succubus stops him in place. Fury to follow, bolt right after. No! Shadow Fury taking him out. That is so rough. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Shiny tried to see if he can get himself a setup here. Stun onto Rick for a second. Does go for a bit of burst. Looking to get himself a gateway. Bash right after. Does he have enough damage? Mortal coil to follow up. Trinket is available for a moment. Trying to make some damage happen. Is it going to be enough? The big gateway out for Rick. Has he got himself a couple of conflagrations onto Shiny. Looking for a bite? I think he has him. Yeah. Rick was warned quite a bit by Leo. To be fair, softened him up by a decent bit. But that Shiny is the last man standing. Alone. I was going to say lone wolf, but more of like a raptor cat thing. Sometimes he's a normal cat. Sometimes he's a bear. Everything but a wolf. I feel like at some point, Feral Druids would get like a wolf form, right? Like at some point. I feel like they could have done it with Worgen. That would have been an opportunity, right? Because they're literally wolves. So what if you gave him like a feral form, but it's a wolf? Because I mean, Xandas get dinos. That's not really a cat. It's literally is a dinosaur. You know what I mean? Big zaps out for Shiny. I don't think there's anything you can do. Just absolutely back against the wall. As Gower just going to be lashing at it back to back. What was that damage, Blaggy? I actually have to look at it again. Because you did a lot of damage just kind of out of nowhere. First with the warrior just barely touching him and just melting the guy. And then it was the mage just absolutely cranked on him. Like, what was that? Because Mace is a pretty experienced mage too. He doesn't fall over easily. But damn. Let's get us another one going, boys. Yeah, uno más. Uno más. Yo, hold on. That actually spins to a big fiery Ravager? What the hell? That looked good. Unless it's like an extra toy he's using. That looks great. That looks awesome. 670 something. Where are we at? 676. Beautiful. Sentinel and slow trap around the pillar. Well, that was what got the warrior peeled from you. But I'm wondering what did the damage though. Oh, you're saying Sentinel and as well as just keeping him in like the Lunarstorm and then just melted him. I can see it then. Wait, you actually do get like you get dizzy after you do it long enough? That's hilarious. I didn't know that. One slot? Yeah. I can get him in. If you invite me real quick, I can get him in. Yeah. Getting you in. It'll be easier if Blush if you were to invite him to the group and then I like invite him. I think. Worgen should have been a druid spec with a low perspective. Well, I think it's fine for Worgen to exist as they are, like Gilneas that got bitten, but they, fought off the curse or whatever. But like, I feel like their feral form should have been like a proper wolf, right? Because like that would have been excellent, and that would have been like, wait, you don't have to be a cat. Technically, I guess they were worried about changing up the icons, right? The icons for all these things, because you have an icon of like a cat paw, but then it's like you would need to do something different. But like for Zandalari, they literally just went like, you're a dinosaur, but like a speedy dinosaur. You're not a cat. You're not literally a cat. Even the bear one, right? The bear form, it is a dinosaur with a shell. It is a dino. Prehistoric дайно. Сегодня я спал 3 часа. Почему? Ты так много. Ты что? Ты что, все время играешь? Тебе 3 часа поспать и все готов? Обратно в арены? Обратно в соло? Это не так хорошо для твоей ментал. Cobra is like, yo, I had 3 hours of sleep, boys. Like, that's not good for your mental. Can you invite my friend a bad Gul'dan? Can you give my friend bad Gul'dan a speech so you stop smoking? A bad Gul'dan, friend. Can you give your friend bad Gul'dan a speech so you stop smoking? I mean, do what you want to do with your life. Like, I don't care if you smoke or don't smoke, but like, the problem with smoking though is like years later, like ask anybody that smokes, it's like, yeah, my lung capacity is ass. Yeah, I can't really go swimming. Yeah, I can't really go running, right? Like everything in moderation, but do what you want to do. But like, you're just gonna be one of those guys. It's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have been smoking. That's the biggest problem, right? You don't have anybody that's like, oh man, I'm glad that I spent my early years just smoking up my lungs. Man, covering them with top. Whatever smoking, dude. Doesn't matter. Can I watch you? You're offline. Oh, wait. Yeah. Might be. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Yeah, might be. Alright, I'm gonna get Shadow in, getting you in. Can you change it to raid? Because in a party I won't be able to invite him, but in a raid I could. Yeah, my bad. I didn't realize I was the problem slowing this down. We're gonna basically be a dog or a cat or a bear and a bird or a deer and whatever the swimming form is. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm cool with them being like, you know, anything you want to, right? You can be whatever you want to be. You can be whatever you want to be. A pretty little butterfly. I got removed from the group for inviting. Do you get him in? Wait, plus, did you get him in or not? You kicked me out, but I didn't get to see if the guy got to join or not. I'm like DoorDash delivery, just DoorDashing these boys into your groups. And you're like, all right, get the hell out of here. Get off my porch. Ready? All right, cool. Is Johnny ready? Okay, we're ready. Sorry, I didn't realize I was the one holding you guys up. My bad. My bad. Holy man. Black Rook Hold Arena. You should stop smoking so you stop smoking. I mean, I can't argue without logic. Just efficiency. I feel that. DB Sheep God? Yo, my man should have had named BRB Sheepings. That would have been such a good name. BRB Sheeping. There's a guy in Illidan with that name. He's actually, have you heard of an artist that the sheep EDM playlist, Mr. Sleepy Sheep or something? I forgot. Oh, Mr. Suicide Sheep on YouTube. That's him. He was in the guild that I'm in. And the stories, not bad ones, but he got bullied by a guy in the guild before. I still see him popping on London from time to time. It's kind of neat. Did I save this one? I don't remember if I did, dude. That's my biggest problem is the brain does not want to work. Somebody say, yeah, beautiful. Alright, switch. Got ourselves Clap, gonna be first up versus Rick as Destra, immediately popping on the shields as Clap. I think Pop only bleeds on him, immediate bolt right after, melted the bolt, and it's still stealth, leaping in, but it's gonna be a board setup. He knew the Pharaoh was gonna get back in there, dude. He knew. So for Clap, that's a little bit of his burst kind of out of the window. Goes in. Hold on, now he knows business. Dragon form does not come out that often for him. It's gonna send in big damage onto Clap with a bolt, and the portal's going in deep. He's just going in deep. Trying to see if he can add the Feral Druid right now. Clap with a quick bash. Needs a bit of healing bear for him just to survive. Wall, everything available. Rick right now with a full wall. Trying to see if he can just take this guy out of town as quickly as he can. Needs a couple of globals. Needs a Mortar Coil. Sucking him CC. Catching him in the stun. Hold on, Mortar Coil. Soul Fire. I think it just lights. Oh, that was aggressive. That was actually super hyper aggressive. That was wild. The Aiden playlist he made on Channel 10. Oh, yeah. Heard he's a nice guy, but he got yelled at by a dude. I'm trying to I don't want to embarrass him because it's like, dude, I raid with dude all the time, but he yelled at him fairly. It was before my time, but the story is, Mrs. Suicide Sheep hanging out. Rain was getting yelled at for mechanics, dude. Playing a mage and BRB sheeping. It's so good. They can't make stuff up, man. It's like so well written. Shiny tried to see if he can get himself a go. First Feral had a bit of a hard time with Rick. This time around, the no wall, nothing. Rick getting interrupted, but Chaos Monster's still available. Just needs to cast it. Just needs to get a second cast. One bolt changes the whole storyline here. Hold on. Changing history one bolt at a time right now. Another bolt. Shiny bunkering down. Full defenses. Got himself a heal. Another Soulfire. How many Soulfire procs can you get? Got himself a big port flying away. Literally flying away, does not fly into heaven just yet. No. He's still got work to do. As Rick just needs a couple more casts, needs another Mortal Coil, needs something. Shadow Fear around the corner, does connect. Fear. Oh, if you got another bolt. If you got another bolt setup, does have incinerates. Is it going to be enough though? I don't know. Regrowth out for Shiny. You can catch him. If he goes for regrowth, you can catch him with a succubus. That's the best part. You can catch him. Succubus does get CC'd. Mortal Coil putting him actually kind of running next to you. And that's not exactly what you want. It's done. Immediate trinket. Just needs one more cast. Dude, Rick is just a feral slayer. Oh, that port on the grip is so perfect. And the Succubus catches Leo before he catches him line of sight. Dude, Rick is playing like a madman. He's playing out of his mind right now. What is happening? Does go for the port. Does go for the grip. He doesn't have much. He can drop it on Infernal. Try to see if he can move. Yeah, he doesn't go to move Leo. Wait, Leo with the message stops it actually. Never mind. I think it might be lights for Rick. Picking up a little bit of healing. Does go for a stun. That's going to be Infernal dropping down into Leo's head. Does he have a port? I think it's over. Oh, that was a good attempt. A solid attempt in my opinion. He played his heart out, dude. I guess Feral into another Feral. It is crazy. It actually is tough. Desert Warlocks apparently beat a Feral. Oh my god. And Guerrero's taking lots of damage from Leo, but Leo's now a little bit on a defensive back foot. Playing, standing up, hard to run to the light. Oh no, dude. Oh no. This is why his standing desk is fantastic, by the way. I'm glad I got one. Haven't actually got to use the standing feature as much. I need to double check my wires to make sure nothing gets like ripped off of the desk when I go to convert it. But I definitely want to like really double check the wiring and make sure that everything is not going to be snug. But yeah, standing desk, fantastic investment. Really not necessary, but definitely can be helpful, especially for that blood flow. Silence of the Guerreros is trying to see if he can back himself out of there really quickly into a healing surges, as Leo got himself lots of damage, but no one to send it into, except for the Earth Elemental. I guess you can just blast that thing the entire time if you wanted to. I guess you could do that. As Leo trying to see if he can get himself around the pillar root with a stun. That's going to try to see if he can back himself out of the Guerreros. Full bloodless and they're ready and everything. Got himself a bit of that healing. Leo kind of behind on cooldowns. He got Riders coming up very soon. So maybe just a big push with Riders. IBF on top of it. Maybe something you can make work with that. Does go for the Riders, but it all get knocked back. Does go for the big Grippy. That is still a lot of damage on Guerreros with an Ascendance Ledgeboard just to survive. IBF to bunker. Silence of the Guerreros limited some of his casting, most of the heals, as well as those Tempests, if those don't go flying. Big Tempests though. Does have to force him a death pack. That is so tough to be in. That is so rough to be in that spot right now, man. Blind by Leo onto Guerreros as he's just gonna get the hell out of there completely. Just back it up out of there. He needs to wait. He does have big burst. But I don't know if you're gonna live it. Knockback, hold on. For Guerreros, that could have been huge. That knockback is not gonna be able to stop Leo. See, now if you go in, you can't break away. You can't run away. You got grips if you're gonna run away. Oh, but I guess walking behind the pillar would do it too, wouldn't it? Is that doing AoE damage behind the pillar? It does not. It looks like no. It needs a line of sight. That is tough. That is tough, man. That is rough. As Guerreros trying to see if he can get himself some sort of a setup with the Riders. Picking up a bit of Maelstrom. Standing desk. Treadmill with the PvP Elantra with a listing. Bajir. Dude, does he actually do full treadmill? I haven't watched Bajir in a second. But if he does full treadmill, that goes hard, dude. That actually goes hard. What a champ, man. Might as well, right? You're sitting, it's joy between sitting down or just like, you know, moving around. Making gains while you're gaining item levels. Why not, dude? You're just multitasking. Like, why not? Plus, I imagine, like, if you're, let's say, queuing solos or PvP and you get, like, super frustrated, just put the treadmill up and just, you know, go for a run. Burn off some steam. That could work. Burn it down for Guerreros to avoid any grips. Just escaping that full burst out of Leo. Leo's got one more big go he can do potentially. With Riders, this is, I think, his last chance to potentially make someone, because Goer's got a lot of cooldowns going back online. Does grip him in, looking for another leap. Does he have another grip? No, he does not, but he's got the horse. He's got the horse, and he does slam. Oh my god. He does take it. Plus is going to be up next, but for Leo, it's just got left with nothing. He could IBF, he could maybe death pack. 34% dampening ain't going to make that feel good at all, though. Immediate IBF, immediate chain of just trying to see if he can waddle away from the rogue. Try not to death pack if possible. He might just have to. He might just have to. Rogue is far away. I think he just death pack and catch up. I think he just death. Yeah, there we go. Death pack. At least you got a little bit of health to work with. You just got to wait until you got full burst go. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Blind, the full burst go and get the hell out of dodge. Does get a chain of eyes before the rogue can go for a step. Yeah, for Leo right now, it's all about throwing everything at the rogue. That's all he can do. He doesn't recover a lot of health, though. And actually, it's taking lots of damage to the pillar. Actually takes lots of damage to the pillar. I don't think you want to auto-attack him through that. Through a little grate. Just imagine just both reaching the weapons in through trying to stab each other. Leo loses out on that one specifically. Sacrificing the goal, you just have to have a go. Stun, it's over. It's over. I didn't think about the stun either. For some reason, I thought he'd have a way to break out of the CC, but no. Envy immediate Zerker. Try to see if he can catch Plush. Leaping in, picking up the eye. Plush with immediate cheap shot. Envy does burn a trinket. Plush does have a trinket of his own, so if he can just get some damage on him, he might be okay. Does go for a fear. That is a disarm. Try to see if he can bait a trinket out of the rogue. Stun. Spear, and everything is available. Plush does have defenses to work with. Blind, not even defensive, just CC. He's still taking a little bit of damage from that spear. Just a little bit of raw damage. Goes in for a reset. So for Envy, what's unfortunate here is no trinket, no burst cooldowns anymore. For Plush, that is just a full complete reset out of that though. Does go in for a Shadow Strike, kidney shot. Not gonna die with an Rage Regem, but you definitely need to get yourself that. Hold on a second. Fury Warrior gets some damage though. He picked up some damage though. One big rampage did a chunk of Plush's health bar. Still trying to see if he could back up out of there. Evasion up for the rogue. Can't really hit him. So he just needs to find. I don't know how he lives this. Blaze Storm, no evasion. Hold on. Rogue backing up out of there. I don't know if you got a stun. You will need to lock him down though. Disarm. Enemy needs a stun to lock down the rogue. He needs a stun. Picking up the eyes may actually be the play here too. First aid. Wait, can I? Okay, I was trying to see if it could ping. I was trying to see if it could ping. I was gonna ping to be like, yo, the eyes are right there. Just to show you guys. Actually, I kind of wish I had the ping functionality in this. Maybe I make a keybind for it so I can add pings in here. Because like, I'm trying to press an ability that says you're in the wrong zone. Pretty sure it's a Shadowlands ability. Me's last one left over for the team too. We're at 9 minutes into the match. 50% dampening. You ain't going to be able to heal much. You got to go through Plush, DB Sheepgod, and Cobru. So I ain't making it as easy at all. Cheap shot by the rogue, instantly blink, and it is going to be cheap shot to follow up right after. Me's looking for the knock, but the rogue is already frozen. Doesn't get himself full burst available. Dual Meteor down. Big shadow combos. Plush. Oh, Cloak of Shadows. If you just keep him in combat somehow, you might be okay. Blizzard on one side. Yeah, keep it in combat. Does go for the banish. Kono Cold doesn't quite connect unless you just randomly freeze with a pet. Yeah, I ain't going to find him. You ain't going to find him. He got away. He got away. That was his last vanish though, so you won't have any more for a while, at the very least. I feel like ever since they gave Subtle to Rogue no more like short cooldown reduction on vanish and stuff, I think that definitely has, I think it helped hurt them a little. Normally they'd be vanishing constantly. Remember early in the War Within? Just constant resets. Got himself full Shadow Burst combo, Meteor down, everything is available. If only he had a Ray of Frost to keep the channel going while he goes behind the pillar. Does get a lot of decent damage out of him, but still needs to find a way to find them. Frozen Orb technically blocking off right hand side. Blizzard does block in the other side, but it does give the rogue at least an opener for a cheap shot into a step cheap shot, knowing the blink is going to be there immediately. Breath breaks out of it. That's going to be stun. It's going to get stun locked. If you got enough damage, does get a proc. Hold on. Frost Wrap also doing work. Blind right after at no health. One more bowl, but did have to trinket for it. Me's burning through quite a few cooldowns just to take out the rogue. Not the worst. Sometimes it can have a big payoff at the end of the day, but he is given an opportunity to just catch a quick reset. Is it going to be Sheep next as the Arcane Mage? The Arcane Bandito? I like it. Or is it going to be Cobru? I feel like Cobru is going to be a tough matchup for him. Just Warlocks are tough. Maybe if you can get a good burst on him, might be able to do something. I feel like tussling with a mage, you can have a lot of back and forth and like potentially survive that. As with Arcane specifically, they have like a very, very specific burst window. You know what I mean? But with Cold Brew, try to see if you can get an angle on that succubus. Try to see if you can catch him really quickly. He doesn't want to run out that at all, though. He doesn't want to run out at all. Actually, for me, this is good. The longer this zone goes on, the faster he's going to get his cooldown. Well, he's going to be able to get his cooldowns for Cold Brew specifically. So that's actually not going to be the worst, honestly. So for Cold Brew, I think he actually would be the one to want to run in, because there's no trinket for a while. He could leverage that in order to get some big value on it. Possibly. Succubus catching him around the corner. Does get a proper setup. Bolt. At least able to be set up. Stun. Mortal Coil. Chaos Bolt right after. Fury to follow. As he does get himself a decent... Actually, very decent setup. That's a full block. That is actually very, very decent. That's a full block. I guess I was kind of dumbfounded by like the whole like, wait, burst setting up and it's kind of just gone. Just went cold. Literally, because it's a frost mage. I'm gonna stop, dude. I'm gonna stop. That was a terrible pun. Succubus does catch him though. Bolt one. It is gonna. Oh, Altered barely does anything for you. Shields, you're gonna need a second block. Never mind. Yeah, I was thinking like mage. It might actually be a bit of an easy matchup, but a warlock with a double bolt succubus. Yeah, it is tough. I think he might just die to the dots and the and the succubus. Just without those two alone. Does get himself invis, but like you just need a rate of fire. Wait, Overlord spawns in. Does he find him? Because sometimes these bonus pets just know where you are. Mies does find him, or does Succubus finds you. Ring of Frost around the corner, just dies. I think just a rate of fire. Yeah, if there wasn't any chance for him to potentially bring it back, I think maybe for duel against a mage and then went up against a warlock, maybe, but tough matchup. Tough matchup. Anyway, let's get ourselves another one going, boys, yeah? Uno más, uno más. Let's get ourselves one more going. It's so many... Where am I at? There we go. Beautiful. Plush and Johnny, let me know when boys are ready. Johnny is immediately ready to go. Hell yeah. Wait, Gammon? Is Gammon still attackable? Is it still attackable, or... It definitely has a health bar like it's attackable. It's not attackable. Yeah, they probably actually made him not attackable anymore, right? I remember people used to beat him up all the time. In Cataclysm in particular. Never noticed him there. I forgot that he even exists. Another Nightborn? Yo, I need another Nightborn. Basically not, but it looks so good. I love that animation. I look around. It looks so sleek. Big fan. Ready. Beautiful. Let's get you guys back in here. Let's do a... What are we gonna do, chat? I want to mix it up a little bit. We did over on... I guess we did Tiger's Peak, maybe? Or did we just do something wacky? Chat, did we do like a really wacky arena that we haven't done in a long while? Like, we done... What have we haven't done? We haven't done Flashbang in a long while, in a decent bit. Mechagon one. I don't like that one, though. Sewers? Oh, that one Sewers is good. I think we done it the other day. But yeah, we'll do Sewers after. Yeah, pick a DPS for me to try and dungeon mob beta. Flashbang. Flashbang, yeah. What is good at mob, man? Range survival, maybe? It's been a second since people have been able to play a range survival. Or... trying to think of like what is fun. I know Enhancement Shaman with Ascendance is really fun. Descend on things, that's cool. Warlock? I think he done Warlock already though. Trying to think what else was good. Or like unique. Yeah, Survival Hunter. Did that. Been a second. Tried Demo, I love it so much. There it is, man. Oh yeah, because you got full metamorphosis and everything. Yeah. Yeah, the old Demo. The good Demo. The one you knew Demo. 679, 680. Yo, we're getting through these games real quick. Are you guys already dueling? No! Okay, now we're good. I'm missing good things. Which. Shiny immediately gonna be first up. Trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a go versus Cold Brew. Last time, Cold Brew got himself double bolts and that was over. for all these pharaohs out there, both Clapton and Shiny had a bit of a heart. Wasn't it? I don't think it was actually Cobra. I think it was Rick. That's a Warlock, man. They're almost all the same. Nearly all the same. Bolt, Dust Connect, Overlord, slamming down. Not going to feel that great at all. Shiny having to go for defenses here early. But where he's at right now, still can get caught out by the Succubus, though. That is unfortunate. The only way you could really heal outside of procs is just spam and regrowth, but that means an opportunity for Succubus to catch him really quickly. And if the Warlock times it right, I mean, he can basically start the queue for the Succubus cast, I think, as you shift out, right? He was very, very careful. Does leap in, bash to follow. Finally able to get some bleeds in and let the ribs do it. Look at that. Look at those bleeds, man. All he needs is just those bleeds. Once they're in, Cobra is under a ton of pain. Maim to stop a little bit of the casting. If you can get a kick on a few or two, that'd be amazing. Bolt flying out. Does he have a double one? Mortal Coil to follow the bolt. Shadow Fury. Does he have anything to follow up? Ruination into a bolt. I think it might be lights. Oh, there's nothing you can do there. There's actually nothing you could do there. That was just perfection on the part of Warlock, and unless you just have a... Do you have Bartskin there? I don't even know Bartskin gets tracked properly on this UI, honestly. I don't think it tracks it. I think it shows you when it's up. I don't think it shows you when it's down, though. That was crazy. There was nothing he could do. Actually airtight. Hit him with a fear. Bolt, Mortal Coil. I think Ruination stun into a fear bolt. There's nothing you could do. Like, if you have a trinket, you break out of it. If you don't, it's over. It's just airtight. It's crazy. Envy is going to be up next, though. Trying to be very careful with Cobra, who doesn't have a wall, so that is something that could be used to advantage them. No wall. He does have ports. He does have gates. You got to be very mindful of where the gates are. So you have a gate next to your wall, next to that wall. It's also very, very possible to assume there's going to be a portal back there. Yep, portal back there. Does go for the leap. He's actually keeping him away so you can't port. Trying to go for the gateway, having to reposition it. That's actually massive. Does allow Envy to just leap in. You do have a port as well, but he already burned the port. He can't port again. He tried to port earlier, but the chain from the spear got him caught. Void operations, try to see if he can back up out of there. Envy does not have to deal with the port for a second. Does get a quick reflect. And finally getting some damage. Succubus catches him, though. That is super unfortunate. Bolt 1, Shadow Fury. Bolt 2, hold on. Is this over? Oh, there's nothing you can do. Twice in a row, there's nothing you can do about that. Holy. What do you do in that situation? He's just sitting down for some food. Holy. Gonna be me trying to see if we can get some Mysticals there. Damn, exactly, dude. The damn. Damn, that's a big damn. Damn top of damn. You know what I mean? Ray of Frost catching Cobra, but he does have a Mortal Coil left. Ready to go fear. Yeah, even Grease is like, you know what? I watched a couple of dudes so far just get primed off of a Chaos Bolt and get put in a very, very rough spot. Because the one bolt can lead into a second bolt, does get the stun. It is a bit of a trade here. But a CC trade, very unorthodox, but does work, does kick him on the fear. Bolts are available. Ruination, as long as you're moving, you don't get hit by it. Yeah, seriously, it feels like Ruination, as long as you're moving, you never get hit by it. It's like there's the delay on that ability just feels so kind of bad, actually, right? Or maybe it does connect, it just doesn't, it just looks like it misses. Or Mies maybe had the fattest shield available and refreshed it as he got hit. He just held but just didn't move. Like the thing landed next to him, but didn't feel like it connected. You know what I mean? I just don't. I feel like in PvE, consistency is fine in there, but in PvP, it just feels like it misses a lot. Gonna be a full meteor down, Cobra escaping it before he gets knocked down by the avalanche. With a bit of reflect right after. Mies trying to see if he can get himself a better positional. Having to be very, very careful with Succubus. At some point, you do have to catch a Succubus. You see wall, bolt 1. You have a second bolt to follow. Trying to make sure you get a good positional. There's going to be also altar available for Mies, so you can always reposition back. Get himself a little bit of help to work with. Normal wall to deal with. Does get hit by the Succubus. You see, Cobra does not have bolts to follow up, but does have an Infernal. That's going to be a bit of decent damage. If he can get himself some big bolts with that Mastery maxed out, this could be huge here. Renation was strong. Doesn't it, like, if you move away from it, doesn't it, like, not connect? You can just walk out of it? Or am I wrong about that? Like, I'm not arguing the damage it does, but, like, the fact that you could, it feels like it just sometimes, it feels sometimes it drops on people's heads, but in the move, in duels, the Hellboard doesn't even move. You know what I mean? I was thinking for a second, me standing still there for a moment. Definitely should be out there trying to interrupt the cast here really, really quickly. Mortal Coil for Cobra. Does go for a trinket. It's going to be a reflect. Trying to go for a stun. Cobra needs an escape. Does go for second BCC. Trinket, but oh, Mies does take it. After watching those boys over for the team too. Getting clapped with his bolts. He found a way past him. Goeris immediately full wind strikes, full ascent. Route onto Goeris. For me, just needs to escape this. Might be another block here. Trying to see if he can get himself better positionals, just avoiding a lot of this damage. Ring of Frost on all these pets and making it harder for Goeris to really find an angle. Does still have lightning bolts that he's casting. Look at the damage he's doing from a distance, dude. Melee class and name only. Trinket right after. Me's maybe looking for a block here, potentially. That is a lot of damage with lightning bolts. Yeah, block it. Block it, block it, block it. At least it gives you a little bit of that health recovery. 29% dampening. 6:07 minutes or 6 minutes 7. Why am I counting seconds? 6 minutes into the duel here. Mies does at least get some cooldowns coming up very, very soon. Could go for a proper stun. Goeris without a trinket. Just gotta find another time to land it. Void of pressure to avoid him for a second. Need something. Breath, anything. Breath in 2 seconds. 1. Oh, I think it's over. Oh, he had so much available in such a short time. I think he was just waiting for breath. I think he was literally just waiting for breath. He had everything. Icy Veins, Breath, Snowdrift, Ray, Comet, everything. But it's just so unfortunate, man. I feel for ya. I feel for ya. I think at that point, maybe you just do the blink and then reverse blink thing at that point just to gain some health. I don't even know if he had displacement back though. He might have. I'm not sure. Stun onto Goeris is going to be up next. His Clap. Trying to see if we can take him out of here. Goeris so far taking 1. And compared to the rest of the team, though, taking a lot of bleeds. Can he go and follow up with Clap as well as Leo? Because this could potentially be his glory kills right here. Can you move the totem? Doesn't have the totem move talent. I was thinking maybe like move the totem, shell shock the Pharaoh behind the pillar. That part would have helped a little bit. Maybe. Or unless you don't want to do that and you just want the totem to like stun him as they're next to him. I can see a reason why you might want to not move it. Knocking the Pharaoh back, yet another stun. Goeris is under a ton of pressure, does get bulwark, but at 37% dampening, it barely does anything. Looking for a bit of a heal, but the Pharaoh's blades do lock it in. With Sheep finally getting a chance to properly play Blink and after Clap. Try to see if we go for a bit of a alter time here. I think it was an no Viz, just alter. Just alter. Got himself a decent positionals though, trying to see if he can send some damage onto Clap back to back. He's got himself touching the magic. This could potentially be good. Cheap, although taking lots of damage himself though. Unless he can close the gap with Feral, he's gonna just take a lot of that bleed damage. Trying to see if he can make him a little bit harder for him to escape that pillar by placing a ring on one side. Clap, able to do a bit of damage. Try to go for a Skull Bash. Unless he goes in for a stun. Try to go for a re-stealth? Was that a meld chat? Or I think he tried to go for a meld. But he's taking a lot of damage though. Looks like the mage does take it, but maybe looking for a block here. Sitting down for food. He's gonna be okay. Still 3 to go through for Team Leo. And he's the last man standing. Sheep does have a block. He'll definitely want to use it at some point. You get a recovery. Unless he just gets absolutely just gapped by Leo out of nowhere with like a fatty crit frost strike or a big oblit and like the veins. A glacial advance combo? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, there goes the block. Leo definitely does not want to put in too much effort into the cooldowns there. And for Sheep, that's an opportunity to at least get a bit of recovery. He's got cooldowns coming up. He is a Magus, does go for a knock. That gives him quite a decent spot to get a bit of that shifting power to reposition us. Looking for a poly. Unless he can get a proper... Oh, he's Shimmer. I just realized you are a Shimmer mage, not a Blink mage. That's going to be interesting. Missiles at a distance. Does group in. Ultra is available so you can recover Ultra, but no, he does still have lots of damage. Going to Rick right after immediate port out of Rick, but he's getting back in there though. I don't know if Rick wants to actually do that. Leo got himself all the riders looking to send Leo away though for a second. But he's got Chain of Eyes back to back out to Rick, trying to keep him in place as best as possible. Does have Gateway. Does he just take it? Bolt 1, second bolt. Oh, it's just over. That's why he went in. Look at that. It looks so good. Oh, dude. Malevolence on a dragon looks sick. I never noticed how good it looked. That looks sick. Cold Brew picking up the bolts and then Rick going back and like, hey, you forgot. But I'm also a Destro. And yeah, 1 bolt, 2 bolt, 3 bolt, 4. Have all the bolts. Have them some more. It's just wild how good they are, man. Alright, boys. Onomas. Let's get another one going. Let's get another one going here, boys. Flush is good. Let me see if Johnny is good. And we'll get another one going. Dude, I did not eat today. That's my problem. I woke up kind of early-ish and I didn't really eat. I was feeling fine. I was like, I'll have coffee, some water, I'll be okay. Now I'm feeling hungry, dude. Holy. And I'm staying up last night a little bit longer than normal, but I still woke up early. Feel like I'm priming myself for like an absolute crash out later. Do we need more bodies? I need one. Okay. Pass me lead, and we'll get you guys back up to speed. Why am I rhyming? What am I, Dr. Seuss? Survival feels exactly the same as Kata Sag. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Well, I haven't played Survival in Kata, so for me, I guess it would have been pretty new, but all depends on you, though. All depends on you. Get Blaggy back in his own pala. Okay. Blaggy, are you on my team? I can get you in, man. Oh, get Blaggy back in. Okay. Oh no, he says get Blaggy back in. Blaggy, if you want to join me, man, I can get you in. We got the group open. It's an LFG 5V5 1V1 DUELS under Molten Core. Mother welcome to join me, man. Mother welcome to join me. I have him added on Reality, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah. I'll just invite him. Oh, it says you're already in the group. Yeah, it says you're already in the group. I can get you in. But I'll give you a second. Knife to meet. Knife to meet you. That is a good name, actually. What is that? I see him hunched over. It was like, I didn't notice he was running the Salvadas chest piece. I was like, holy, what is that? I thought honestly it was like, oh, he's got like troll attire, some bands on his shoulders. That looks cool. Stands up, revealing like an episode just Salvadas dark radiant chest gun. I'm just like, holy, what is that? My man. What is that mog? What does that look? Wait, hold on. Does he got the weapon? Oh, he's got the weapon. Wait, no, he's got the wrong cudgel. No! He's got the wrong wait, did it buy it? No, it's a better one. He just got it randomly. He needs to buy the good cudgel, dude. Bro needs to buy the good cudgel. He got the wrong cudgel. He needs to buy the good one. It is worth. He's got the tome. Is that even good? I don't think that's even good. Okay, we need more body. If Blackie is not joining in, then I need somebody else. I'll give him another second here, chat, okay? I'll give Blaggy a moment. If you're here, my man, I can get you in. Or if you guys want to join, sign up. We got the group up right now. Literally just multi-shot spam in the AoE and nothing else apart from throwing trap shot. And single target is just shiny buttons, go burr, explosive shot. I mean, do you even need to ask for more, right? Do you even need to ask for more? I think that's all people need. He's out here having a party. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shiny, all good, man. Yeah, don't worry, man. If you got a dip, you got a dip. Don't you worry. 4 million execute? That's huge. That is massive. Ooh, let's see if Azrael wants to join in. Hey. Want to join for duels? Might be busy doing stuff. Need my Legion plate juggling. Legion plate juggling. Oh, survival version. Oh, yeah. I was thinking like plate armor. I was like, what the hell is he on about? But yeah. Yep. Koopa, hold on. Koopa might be able to join in. Azrael might be able to join us. What the hell? Get out of here, dragon. Get out of here, dragon. Yo, doing these duels so much earlier. Look how populated Orgrimmar is. I love this. This is so nice. This is nice. I like this. This right here, I like this. I need more of this. This is really cool. Then again, it is Argent Dawn too, so imagine like people just walking around Capital City just because RP or whatever as well. But even if you go to Dornogal, like it's pretty populated. Kind of nice too. A lot of people. A lot of people. Although I was thinking to you guys would be more degen than I thought. I was trying to do some crate farming a bit yesterday to get some gear. Tell Leo off with bullying. Nah. Leo's his old man. He can handle it himself. Leo's his old man. He can handle it. You're on your own, bud. Alrighty, I think we're good. All right, checking in with Plush if we're good to go. 2 4 a.m. is when the game dies for a bit. Yeah, that's what I noticed. There's actually like no groups on NA. I feel like there's always groups, but also we are connected with Australian realms too, so it's probably just Aussies playing. That's probably why NA feels that way. Yeah, 9:11 p.m. for you. Yeah. Well, no, it was like 6 in the morning in EU. It was like pretty early for me, but not early, but like kind of late. But like it was 6 in the morning for EU. There was like 2 groups. Nobody's doing anything. Like 5 groups maybe for arenas, couple of M plus probably a little more popular. But I was going like custom, try to do crate farming. Plush and Johnny Boy 5. Send you guys into the grand again. I was doing the grand, dude. Let's do the grand. Try that out if that works. Okay, the grand did not work. Let's do down sewers. Is it weirdly when all the tanks and healers are online because it was like 20-40 groups just needing DPS and nothing else? That is weird. Then again, I feel like if they make tanks and healers easier to get into and less like punishing to play, more people will play tanks and healers, right? I feel like maybe that's what they should do. They should simplify the content a little bit, make classes more interesting to pick up. Not complex for the sake of complex, but like kind of punishing if you don't play the rotations correctly. And then make healers and tanks a little bit easier to play. But I feel like you're just gonna have like healers and DPS are gonna be valued much more. Or maybe, because I feel like making tanks harder and healers harder to play because they already have hard roles to begin with, probably doesn't help the game when you think about it. This is some of those thoughts that I've had kind of recently-ish. Or like, how would you could make the game more healthy population-wise? Because whenever you open up a group, there's always like 25 red paladins that are trying to join a group. But it's like, how do you get more healers and tanks besides being like a key that somebody really wants, right? They have all the pickings of the litter, it feels like. Yeah. Which Season 3 Dragonflight has some of the best tanks and healer designs aside from 1 or 2 outliers. Yeah, for the most part. I feel like when you're all like very competitive, it's a lot better, right? Because imagine playing an Evoker and pushing keys. It's pretty abysmal compared to Disc Priest right now. Like, to be fair. Plush is going to be first up over for the team 1 with Koopa joining in. Ah, my man. That's a good mog. I like that a lot, actually. Hold on. I'm going to stop gushing over the man for a second. Leo, trying to see if he can just go in full burst. Plush with the cloak. Leo always got his physical damage to stop the damage of Plush. Does end up escaping out of this. Full bleeds. Oh, wait, hold on. Does Leo, his Lynchboard healing himself with death coils? I can't believe it. Left man with no healing at all. Fully dotted up. Either way, Riders join in. Leo just has to survive. And he's just not doing himself. Bar's not doing that good. Kingsbane on him. Try to see if he catch up to Plush. Plush picking up a little bit of healing. Hold on a second. Another cheap shot. Leo with a bit of a death pack. Did something for a second. Blind to give himself a breather. Plush does not sit it long at all though. He's got evasion in case he ever needs to. Still damage out for Leo. Got himself a gouge really quickly. Blind right after. No health. I think he just dies to the dot. You got evasion. Oh no, maybe you don't. Does go down. Holy, that was just a lot of damage. Honestly, I felt like once he got him fully dotted up, that was going to be the play. I think Deep thought that, I was thinking he was going to run up and be the next. Just sacrifice his souls. Put in his body, put his soul to use. Mortal on to Leo. I don't know how you're going to live this double bolts. Avoiding the double bolts at all costs. While the portal is active, Corbu does get himself a little proc effect from Jackpot that makes all his mastery based damage like maxed out. Mastery for Destro is super chaotic, which kind of fits the spec super well. I think in some cases it can be kind of annoying, but when your offensive power is maximized for your mastery, that is very noticeable. That is very noticeable. This is going to be a big grippy. Leo trying to see if he can get himself some damage onto Cobra. Does go for the succubus into Bolt. That Bolt just puts him in such a rough spot. At least he can go for a little bit of healing with Death Strikes. At least they do have a mechanic where the harder you get hit, the better your healing of Death Strike is for a few seconds. So like if you get hit for a big hit and you Death Strike, at least it recovers more health than normal. Like it has a bit of this like scaling property from Blood DK. What was that? Gateway? Was that a Brock Cobra? What was that portal? It's trying to set out a dimensional rift that just checked out a Chaos Bolt on Leo from like behind the pillar. What? I don't think I've ever seen that. What is happening? Can they just hit the walls now? Is that a thing? It's got to be like a proc one, right? It's got to have a proc one. Leo did end up recovering quite a bit of health, though. His duel versus the rogue was pretty short, so we're only 10% into dampening. Only 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes into the duel, and he's trying to see if he can find himself a good angle. But Cobra, I think he's found the angle. AMS to make sure he's covered. Cobra does go for a quick port. Could go for a gateway. You just got to find a way to get him from gateway, or bait the gateway, or bait the gateway. You got to bait the gateway, I think. I don't know if you can do it with just riders, and then yoink Cobra back in, silence and everything. Oh, grip in. Stun, trying to see if he can just take him out right here. He's got a gate right next to him. Mortal Coil, he's set up to escape. He does go for the escape, but yoink back in. He's getting bored. He does have the board. Still lots of damage. I don't know if he got another grip. Out of grips though. Bolt one. Coming in strong. Does get himself all the defenses, dome and everything down. Everything to survive. The ghost still got damage. Still shooting. Holy, Succubus breaking out of that very, very quickly. One more strike. Does take it. Oh my. One or two of those bolts from Warlock is just gonna put Leo in an unwinnable position, but he does end up surviving. Who's next? Somebody's gotta be next. Is it Sheep? Is it Sheep God? Why is this mask so weird? I think it's the eyes. When he got like those dark, the vengeance eyes, it just looks so like weird. I don't know what it is. It just like when I see some eyeballs peeking around, it looks kind of okay, but when it's just the void, I don't know. Is it me? It just, I don't know. I like how you look like a bandit though. All purple and everything. Silence onto Deep does have himself a or DB Sheep does have Vulture, so he is going to be able to recover a lot of health. So just completely reversing all the damage from the Спасибо за бой. Хорошо, уже Кобри. Больше буду играть. Хорошо. Не буду играть, буду отдыхать. Хорошо. Yeah, Cobra is done for the night. Dude, he's got 3 hours of sleep, man. So I don't blame that guy for wanting to take a break. Большое спасибо, друг. Надеюсь, увидим тебя на дуэли в следующую неделю. Letting the guy know, thanks for popping in. Hopefully see you next week. Like I said, chat, I was hanging out on a couple of German streams here and there, and I have no idea what the hell they're saying. So I know how you guys feel. I'm trying to translate what I can. Oh, wait. What? What was that? Sheep God is actually Sheep God. How did he get him so low and then just take out Leo? What in the world happened? Your frost system around. I thought you were okay for some reason. Sitting down for some food. Koopa. Does he give him an auto duel? Koopa? What a chew. He's so waddling towards him. Almost like he's checking him out, trying to test him. Picked up a little bit of food. Got himself a bit of shielding. Does go for the cheap shot. Should be able to get a couple of bleeds in here. Sheep does have a block, so he's okay for now. Try to go for a shiv. I think he just dies to the dots. Maybe. That shield burned through so quick. So quick. That shield burned through so quick. Oh, I think he just dies. Gouge? Oh, that gouge would have done it because you don't need to do anything. Just gouge and let him melt. That would have been so, so good. Oh my god. What's up, Nikolai? How do my men? Block out for Sheep though with shift the power with a sap. That is just BM. Got Rhodes just not letting him play the game. Just absolutely suffocating him. Yeah, doesn't give him a chance here. Clean go. Very clean by the rogue. Like annoying, sure. If you're the major, probably like so like, oh my god, dude. These rogues, but like it was clean at the same time. I gotta give rogues a credit, man. There's gonna be a Rick up next to him as a Deathstroke. Got himself a Succubus set up in a great spot. Trinket immediately for Rick. Or Cooper rather, just going in. Doesn't have cloak, doesn't vanishes, does have meld. The bolt is gonna hurt though. Oh, with a stun right after. It's gonna be more incinerates. At least no double bolt. Does go for the vanish. Needs to find a way to close the gap. Is still dotted though, but slowed. Dotted and slowed. Wait, how is this low still stay? Didn't he vanish? Shouldn't that remove it? Pretty sure it should remove it. Unless he like vanish as he got hit by Curse of Exhaustion. So he didn't really cancel out the slow. Does pick up a little bit of health though. Step kick. Does get him to decent setup. Gouge to stop the bolt for a second. And he can still do damage while the gouge is on. The gouge is basically a pseudo stun, man. That's crazy. Succubus, you see to stop some of your go. Wall out for Rick. This is the perfect part to go in for double bolt. One bolt, vanish out of Koopa. He does a full death mark onto Rick. He just needs to get the most amount of bleeds. Mortal Coil, that is gonna hurt. Maybe step kick. Wait a second, shift them. Oh, Rick goes down and Koopa survives it barely. That was incredible. Yo, Rick is not an easy kill. Blind gouge to Goraz. I don't know if you can go for a stunt. Yeah, Goraz just needs one global. That was wild. Rick so far has been dominating these duels, but Koopa just walked in and showed him the business. My goodness. Full ascent, or full not ascent. Walls out, balls out for Govaris. Shiny just going in for back-to-back buys. Govaris, you're the last standing hope for Team 1. You gotta hold down strong, bud. You gotta hold out, bud. Stone to Shiny does have ascendance. He doesn't want to send it yet. He's waiting. He wants to send it for a better moment, I think. Maybe setting up a proper go, but he's just taking so much bleed damage, just so much consistency. Incarnation is just tearing him apart. Does go for a send. His last ditch effort. I don't think it's enough though. I think the bites and bleeds do take it. Tempest of the end, but it's just not enough. Koopa picking up 2. Holy. That was some damage, man. That was some good damage. I want to see more of that. Let's go again. Let's go again, boys. All the concubines are messed up. That's why I didn't shut us up. All good, all good. I was not sure what happened with that when you vanish. Why it didn't give you movement speed there? Should have broken the slow, right? Man. Koopa sucks. Mikolai, I should ban you just for that, dude. This is the nicest gentleman you've ever met. And that's just, that comment is not deserved one bit, my man. I should ban you for it. That is a homie. You don't address him with respect. Or just don't address him. Just don't say anything. Jesus. But yeah, with Cobra out, we do have spots though. So if you guys want to join in, well, welcome to. We'll have the spots ready in LFG Reigns Legacy if you old boys want to join in. I'm gonna just let the group populate for a second, man, while I take a breather. I am hungry. I should have eaten before this, man. I'm starting to run out of steam, starting to run out of energy. Go for Johnny. Need a couple of bodies. Was gonna give the mage an honor duel, but it's always Frost. I don't blame you. Technically, you don't have to give the other person an honor duel at all, but yeah, definitely don't have to. I want to see what happened between the mage and Leo, though. I honestly thought Leo was gonna be okay, and then both got so low, and then one last spike. It's crazy, crazy good. How hard is it to eat before your stream? How many times do I have to tell you? Bro, I wake up and I just start working. I have some coffee and it kills my appetite completely. Because the first thing I drink in the morning is coffee, but I should not do that. So I didn't eat, I just drank coffee, but it kills your appetite completely. So I'm like, well, I'm feeling okay. I got energy. Stomach ain't rumbling for a second. We're just gonna drink some water and get some stuff done. I was planning and trying to prep, like, I was trying to figure out, like, okay, I got a video for tomorrow, I got a video for the next day, and then you got Tuesday, which is the Horrific Visions Day. What kind of content do I want to make for the next few days? Because I need to have, like, something to fill space, and then you got vision stuff. And then how do I want to go about, because there's, like, visions. There's so many guys to make on visions. There's so much opportunity there. It's content, baby. So I was trying to figure all that out, man. Trying to figure out 3 projects at once, more or less. So I was busy mentally. Yeah, just trying to figure that shit out. 15s Brazil acquired. Nice. First 16 done to OP. Let's go, baby. Man, I want to do 15s and 16s. Rogue is slapping right now. Must be Colombian coffee. Dude, it is good. No, I usually just do instant coffee. I really want to get like a proper grinder. I want to get properly roast coffee myself, or like a thing. But like, just instant coffee so quickly. I don't even like the taste of coffee, dude. I don't even like the taste of coffee. Like plain coffee, instant coffee in particular, like really watery. But it's just the caffeine, dude. It gives you the kick you need in the morning. It helps me out a ton. I use creamer all the time though. I don't even like the taste of coffee plain, dude. So I just need the caffeine boost. I need to try like gamer subs or something, dude. You know what I mean? Like one of those things. Get a shaker, pre-workout, something like that. Get some other kind of a source of caffeine. Let's get I got 15 minutes to run it up. Let's go. I haven't done a single 15 this season at all though, but I do have a group that wants to do some this evening. So I'll try to see if we can find some time for them. I've been trying to take breaks whenever I can, because there's like just sit in this chair for eternity, man. But I've been trying to take breaks, which has been good for my mental. So I don't know if I should just grind out today or just try to, like, not overload myself. Solving problems with other problems isn't a good way to live life. No, it works. I just gotta make sure that I just gotta add more problems to solve those problems, and just don't fall behind on it. Just don't crash out, and I'll be okay. I can go. I can go infinitely. I feel like I can. I know I can. I just keep telling myself I can. Came back to it yesterday, skyrocketed 100 points. Jesus, dude. Yeah, it's crazy. Give Brewmaster another go in the beta and hope. Oh, dude, Brewmaster should be strong, shouldn't it? Blizzard changes the retail mastery in mobs. Flat increase to how much you stagger. So much better than dodge. Dude, for real, though. For real, though. I agree with you. Like, keep the dodge thing as like a passive. Make it based off of like crit chance, right? So you dodge more. Kind of like how Death Knights can parry more with high crit. But yeah. Привет, Dalaran, как дела? Здорово, здорово. Мы сейчас себе команды пытаемся собрать на дуэли. Let me try to see if I can take over Plush. I'll try to see if I can whisper a couple of friends in real ID. See if I can get us a couple of bodies, man, yeah? Or, I don't want to end the duels early, but I am hungry, though. To some degree, like, a part of my brain is like, oh, maybe we should just, like, call it early so I can go food. No. We'll get some extra games in, though. So, Cobra's done for the... Blago is already in, right? Oh, Blago, I can get you in. Hold on. One. Let me write him. I'll let him know. We got a spot if he wants in. Kodako used to join these. Near Oni's on. Hey, how you doing? Oscar, Panda Cage, Plush Panda, Jagsy. Yo, that's a name I haven't seen in a hot second. Yo, interesting. He's worse than God. He's probably doing stuff. Привет, помните тоже, когда принимал участие с подобным, почему перестал? Потому что я не могу играть как спектатор камера и играть в игры в то же самое времени. Плюс я играю рог, и рог что я буду? Стелс без дуэль. Что, я не знаю, если будет это как его хорошо смотреть, когда я играю. На канале уже все, видите меня играть в роге много. И это как его, когда я не играю, это -1 рог, который сидит в стелс. Yo, Dima popping in saying, yo, you used to join the duels. What happened? And I'm like, yo, I play a rogue. You want to watch another rogue stealthing around? I just need a just having me spectator camera means one less rogue stealthing around, constantly resetting. Fair enough. Tax has not faced in a while. Yeah, he's been playing, but he's been usually grinding. It feels like he's logging on just to push stuff, and then he's like off all the time. So he's usually pretty busy, so I can't really ever get him in. Unless maybe Koopa friend, Miko. He ain't on? No, Miko ain't on by the looks of it. Dude, Hero's on. I gotta do some stuff with Hero, man. I gotta push with him. I think that could be fun. We talked about it the other last season. Never got around to it. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, Elusive Brawler as a passive is the worst part. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, dude, they should just add how monks were and give them that mastery where your mastery increases stagger value. Do you know how insanely good that would be? Just increase the value of stagger, raw damage reduction. Massive. Because yeah, the current mastery of just dodging, I mean, it's probably good in some cases, right? For melee damage, you don't take a lot of melee hits. That's gonna go there. Increase the stagger amount by additional 7.5. Exactly, dude. They should totally do that. Imagine how big mastery as a stat would be for that. Mastery and haste. No, mastery and versatility, dude. You would never take damage. Or mastery crit. And you could dodge more. Yeah. Did they have magic damage reduction with stagger too? Did stagger magic hits in MOP? They also had guard. Guard was really good. As a shield. Just pretty nuts. Yeah, they had a lot of cool stuff, man. I feel like they maybe should take some of those cool ideas from MOP and bring it back. Because like people are going to get a taste for it and be like, why isn't this in retail? And be like, oh yeah. I guess that was a cool idea. Yeah, let's bring it back in. I feel like you would just redefine monk in a huge way. Because then you have useful mastery. Not saying the mastery is useless, but I'm pretty sure it's not valued highly. An extra chance to dodge with Elusive Brawler, like, just physical, but you can change your guard to only deal with magic damage if you wanted. but you can change your guard. Oh, okay. So that's how they tuned them. Okay, so I guess the current stagger with magic, because you do stagger magic a little, is better, but yeah. A lot of things are better at MOP, not just mastery. For Brewmaster or like the game in general. I liked Symbiosis. I thought that was cool. I do think classes had a lot of buttons, and like if you're a PvE casual player, you just didn't really need all those buttons the entire time. Honestly, you really did not. Where's Saya, by the way? We haven't seen Saya tonight at all. I think I do wonder how much of like we look back in MOP and like, oh man, so many things were good in MOP. I wonder how much of that is rose tinted glasses, because I heard a lot of people going like, yo, rose tinted glasses for MOP is real, and it's like, but is it though? And I'm not saying I agree with the statement or disagree, but I'm like wondering now. I wonder how much of it is like when you go like when people went back for Cataclysm. Right? Because I played Boomkin and Restodroid and a bit of Feral in Kata. And like going back to Kata, I'm like, compared to the current Boomkin, I'm like, yeah, the whole being able to lock down somebody in the Cyclone, drop it through mushrooms, Star Surge, and pop the mushrooms, that was pretty cool. Like I kind of missed that mechanic. But like current Boomkin feels like you could actually just press some actual cooldowns and really get some damage going. And there's like a flow to it that isn't based on mana. But the current Boomkin, like if you actually want to do AoE damage in dungeons, like right now you just dot everything on Starfall. Pretty simple, right? But kind of engaging, especially if you play Lunar Caller. But the Boomkin over in Nevermore, I'll get you in. We're gonna need a couple bodies then. Oh, is this somebody swapping? It'll probably be somebody swapping. We'll try it. Unless Guerrero's swapping to another character. But like, what was that? So like Boomkin on live, right? Okay, Moonfire, Sunfire, dot everything, Starfall. That's how you do. It's fine. It works well. But then going back to Boomkin and like Kata, it's like, wait, you actually AoE rotations to get into Sun Eclipse, and then you don't want to leave it. You just gotta dot things, drop through mushrooms, explode, and then you do Hurricane. And it's like, it's not really an engaged rotation because a lot of it is just passive. 1 mushroom, 2 mushroom, 3 mushroom, blow them up. Couple of dots, Hurricane, and just sit there. All right, the mushroom, boom, Hurricane, and you just sit there. Oh, Guerrero switching over. Hold on a second. Wait, we actually might have enough bodies here then, with Guerrero, and then I think there's somebody else trying to join in. We got groups. Sabu's back in. Sabu's back in, baby. Let's go. We're back in, baby. We got one more in us. Couple more in. Let's do this. Let's do a, what arena do we do? I don't want to throw you guys into a Blade's Edge. You guys are not gonna like Blade's Edge. We've done Rook, we've done Lordaeron, Lordaeron is what we'll do. We'll do a Lordaeron, and then maybe like a Grand again. But yeah, these days everything feels homogenized. I think Legion felt everything felt streamlined. Hell no! Crysters, how can you say everything feels streamlined? Have you played Outlaw Rogue? That's why I got more than most classes. What do you mean? Everything feels so streamlined. You haven't touched Outlaw Rogue. You haven't touched Demonology Warlock either. You haven't touched Frost DK. They have desync. It's real bad. What? Huh? You haven't touched Fire Mage, which literally has to run around to not miss a global. What? Streamlined? I feel like our classes could be a little more streamlined. I feel like it's one of those random comments from somebody that hasn't played the game in a while. Where it's like, wait a second, are we sure we're talking about the same thing? Because, what? I'm sorry, what? I don't think that's the word you're looking for, or if that is the word, I don't agree then. I don't really know about that, to be fair. I think things could be a lot more streamlined than they are right now. Which things are not piss easy. Maybe like Red Pally about it. Maybe Red Pally is like, okay, that's pretty easy. Everything else could be a little more streamlined. I'm telling you, big damage out for Envy. Arms were this time around. So, playing the spear is going to be Sabo backing up out of the quick stun, does streak out of it. Envy maybe looking for a parry. Sabo, I think, got him on the ropes though. Hold on a second. The defensiveness of the dab of the sword is helping save all the damage. Parry also helping out quite a decent bit against magic, but I mean, it's just only a matter of time until you go for Primordial Storm, wiping out whatever health bar you had left over. That is a tough one, man. That is very, very rough. Koopa got himself a bit of a bit of an opener. What is that? What is that? Reset. Bit of an opener here. Is that what is we doing back here? Oh, just set up a gateway. Okay, okay. I like how we put it right in the bush. Right in the bush right there. He's got him some of the escape plan. So you know he's going to be playing on that side of the pillar or that side of the arena altogether. Mad damage to Koopa. Got himself an evasion. I don't really know if he can actually evade the alien blast that are just continuing to fly. Koopa might be actually in a lot of trouble. Cloak of Shadows, but the wolves are still on him. Melding. Trying to see if he can escape it. But look at the damage though. It's like a spring. You just walk in and the spring just goes off and all the damage just starts flying right in your face. Koopa with an evasion. But a lot of the damage is so like elemental for Sabo. He just bypasses it completely. You have to like burn cloak and evasion to cover yourself in every angle, but man. And also, are you a Deathstalker or are you the... I'm not seeing the X above Sabo's head, so I'm guessing he is fate-bound. Oh, moving the totems. Hold on a second. But he did replace the totem here. Hold up. That's actually a really good play for Sabo. That actually could have almost found Koopa that way. Knocking the back step into a big death mark wall is out for Sabo. For Koopa, he just got to live long enough, let the dots do work. Disarm for a second, but he's got to stay in there as best as possible. Maybe you get a couple of back-to-back Envenoms. Trinkets out. Gouge to follow. Sabo's still bleeding. While the gouge is on him, still bleeding out. Looking for a kick. Does land it. Hold on for Koopa. This could be an opportunity. Vanish is available. Does he go in Garrote though? Oh man, his health is not looking that good. Garrote for a second. Sabo needs a couple of physical hits. Cheap shot. Is that enough though? Big Envenom. Maybe it'll be enough. Still bleeds are in. Get the shot to lock him down. Mage is taken. Hold on, Alien Blast, but does end up taking on Sabo. Oh, the cross kill. That is beautiful. They were evenly matched. You gotta love those, man. Sabo is a monster though. But looks like Koopa is able to hold the forward. Goeris, I like how he's undead. I feel like Goeris being a warlock, I kind of assume like, I feel like we've had you before, but if I didn't know you had a warlock, like I feel like undead warlock for you especially is just kind of fitting. Leah is not going to be able to get too much pressure on him post that. Chain of Eyes back-to-back Goeris does reflect for a second. You can actually use Reflect as a warlock to try to deny a interrupt by Death Knights and Demon Hunters and Shamans, because their kicks are a spell and it will be reflected by that what's it called? Nether ward? I think it's Nether ward. Wall up, bolt one. Okay, bolts are going to be flying back-to-back. Goeris might just want to go for another bolt while he's got wall, honestly. Definitely want to go for another one. It's just Leo trying to see if he can recover a little bit of damage. Shot of Fury does go for the kick. Does not get to cast it. Juked. Bolt one. Let's see if a second one. I don't think the first bolt went through. Oh no. Silence to follow for Leo. There's nothing he can do. Goeris is going to go to the corner. Succubus for a last second. Just one more bolt is all he's got. But last hit does connect. Does end up ripping the soul out of Leo's body, however. And Leo backing up out of the try to recover. But Plush, unless he gives him a proper honor duel, man, Leo ain't no way recovering. You guys do have mage food though. Does the mage have mage food? Hold on. Did Mies drop down mage food? If he has mage food, this could be huge recovery, but I don't know if he's gonna go for it. Yeah. Plus does not want to give you any recovery. No. Ain't happening. Taking you out of town here real quick. Oh. Does give Shiny as well as Mies an opportunity. Who's up next? Is it Shiny? Shiny, I think, is AFK. Is it Mies? Or maybe one of them is waiting for the other? Okay, well, if anything, Plush is at least waiting. Fan. Oh, no. That is unfortunate, because he always is going to have an opener versus Shiny. Flagellation is in play. Hold on a second. DFA. Oh, that was a decent hit there. Blind. Trinkets out of it immediately. Got him to Thorns. Vanish out for Plush. If he could just get on top of Shiny and not let him catch any kind of healing out of the bear form, that could be kind of huge, actually. Is he dotted? Might be. Does catch himself a resell for a second. Phantom Knights denying the stump for the Feral. That is huge. That could be very aggressive, but oh, how? Shout out to Rogues, man. Got some damage behind him. Got some good damage, too. As Plush is going to get himself a bit of a reset behind the cart. Me speaking of the eyes really quickly. But does he have himself a good go here or not? Frozen Orb one side. Blizzard does catch him though. Oh no, this could be huge for Mies. Let's try to see if he can recover back behind the pillar. Does eat a Frozen Orb or Frozen Bomb. Blizzards are not really letting him get out of there with a Ray of Frost. Does force a cloak. That's huge for me. For some pretty big defenses out of the rogue. If you just like wait him out, throwing a Frost, making it harder for him to approach, doesn't actually connect the ring, doesn't actually commit to it. Gouge for a second, does give Flush an opportunity to go for a kidney. No blink. Blink is available, never mind. That's how Blades though. Trinkets out of the breath. Cheap shot right after. That is an ultra available. DFA could be huge. Does alter it, but I think he. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! The big eviscerates though. What the hell was that? He altered, but I actually think he altered as DFA is landing, so that eviscerate animation is delayed. I think he altered and then got hit by DFA eviscerate into another eviscerate. How hard you crit? How hard you crit? 4.4 mil crit? Woo, baby! That gear upgrade, dude. That turbo boost, boosted your damage. Damn. That's hard, dude. That goes hard. Hell yeah. What the hell? Oh my god. Boys. Alright, chat. I'm gonna be a bearer of bad news here. Bearer of bad news bears. I gotta eat, dude. I gotta go eat. I know, I feel like I've hit my limit. I'm at a point where my hands, you know, like at a point where your stomach just feels like it's eating itself and you feel kind of cold, maybe a little clammy. You got that jitter in your hands. I gotta eat, dude. Homeless orc. Holy dude. That is so sad. Look at him. That is such a sad story. What the hell? Where are you going? I'm trying to get a camera angle on you. Look at this guy. Holy shit, dude. Look at this guy. He's so sad looking. Jesus. Not even a shirt in his back or nothing. That's some real roleplay right there, dude. Committed to the role. Jesus. Saturday evening. How are you gonna spend your Saturdays? This guy right here. Shut up, homeless orc. Real RP right here, dude. Exactly. He could have been doing anything with the Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. He decided he's gonna be right here in Argentine in Orgrimmar, roleplaying a homeless orc, committed to the role. So good. But yeah, chat, I'm gonna have to call it here, man. I need to eat. I need to get food. Nah, I can't, man. I'm done for the night. I have to call it here, boys. Oh, SATA wanted last night grand. I have to. What? Next week, chat, I'll make sure to eat. I'll make sure to take better care of myself. I gotta get something to eat, man. I got some stuff I need to be doing today too. So yeah, I do apologize. Next week though. Next week, definitely more duels. We did a lot yesterday as well. So hopefully maybe that'll make up for early. That's low blood sugar. Probably low blood sugar. Yeah, probably. Scaling master to take 12% more stagger. I'm taking 68% upfront damage, 32 over time. Is that how much do you take over time in retail? Is that, I mean, not take taking 32% less damage in a delayed. It's kind of nasty though. That is huge. RP Orc. It's so good, man. It is out. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you all of us so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'm gonna get myself something to eat and then just chill a little and then get some work done. I think I'm just gonna probably take an hour chill break, really time myself on it, and then just get up and get some stuff done as soon as possible. But yeah, thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. That's how I feel about the base class gameplay. To me, playing every class doesn't feel different fundamentally. Those spells with different skins. I'm trying to think of like what classes are really that alike. I think that would have worked in Legion, where every class was a builder and spender of sorts. But like, I just can't pull like Enhancement Shaman and Arms Warrior in the same ballpark. Like one bit. Like, so that's a take. But like, not a good one, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know about homogenized. I feel like that would have worked if you said in Legion, because every class literally was a builder spender. You had a dot, you had a build, you have a spend button, and then some kind of big button. Every class was like that. Cheers, Dal. Gretchen was always thinking about it. Boys, I appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. I'll see you Tuesday, I think. Monday, chilling. Sunday, definitely chilling. Gonna get a bunch of work done and prep us for Horrific Visions, boys. That's coming out this next week. I'm pretty sure this buff is going to be going away too. So this is like your last few days to get Winds of Mysterious Fortune maxed out. So level some ults, man. Get them up and running. Or at least get a bunch of leveling potions so you can use them for later. I definitely did not farm enough of them during my time. So I might just do that over the next few days. Just store up as many as I can so I can still use them later. Because there will be a buff with the... In level 1-7, there's going to be a buff with... what's it called? Turbulent Timeways? Yeah, so overlapping that together is probably going to be nuts. Probably going to be insane leveling speeds. Unless they disable that for some reason, which I hope they don't. I hope they don't. But yo, thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch all of you in the next stream. Yeah, boys? Yep, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for watching, as usual. I am bad at ending these. Low blood sugar, dude. I'm feeling lightheaded. I'm gonna go. Peace.